Magandang hapon po muli mga kaibigan. Katulad po ng inyong inaasahan, Raul Esperas, ang inyong makakasama sa Balitang Paliparan. Nasa area na ba tayo? Ayun. At akala ko, nakikita ko na si Cielo eh. Ngayon po ay 13 ng buwan ng Agosto, napakabilis ang panahon. Tatalakayin po natin ano ba ang latest na mga quarantine protocols, hindi lamang sa COVID, pati na rin siguro dito sa monkeypox, dahil ito ang pinakahuling pumuputok na balita. At tatalakayin din po natin later on yung issue doon sa masalimuot na usaping 1 billion na unclaimed travel tax, na sa nakalipas since 2018 umabot na sa 1 billion pesos, mahigit 1 billion ang travel tax unclaimed. So kung kayo ay may collectibles na travel tax, totoo ang balita, pwede nyo pa muli yan maklaim kung hindi nyo pa nakiklaim yan simula noong 2018. Ang tabayanan nyo po, ipapaliwanag ko yung issue na yan. Meantime, nasa kabilang linya na po natin ang pinakamaganda kong kaibigan, ang tagapagsalita ng Philippine Airlines, si Ma'am Cielo Villaluna. Ma'am Cielo, magandang hapon.
Yes, magandang hapon sa iyo, Raul. Am I coming in loud and clear?
Yes, not only loud and clear but very beautiful, Ma'am Cielo.
Thank you, thank you. And napakasipag mo, Raul. It's a Saturday, medyo makulimlim. Ako naman, andito tayo sa opisina. Sumaglit muna tayo sa opisina because I was in the area. So go ahead, Raul. I'm ready to take your questions.
Oo nga, by Monday it will be 15 at siguro mas maganda, number one, on the issue of COVID-19, can you give us an update kung meron bang inaasahang pagbabago o mga quarantine protocols for international at mga domestic?
All right. For outbound flights, from Manila and from our other hubs, basta outbound, papuntang international destinations, sinusundan pa rin po natin yung protocols and the quarantine requirements and protocols of foreign countries. So, majority of the countries hindi na nag-quarantine. They depend on the vaccination cards, of course, VaxCert Philippines, and pertinent protocol requirements. Now, for passengers na pabalik ng Pilipinas, nariyan pa rin, Raul, yung latest set of protocols. If you are 18 years old and above, galing kayong abroad, papunta at lalapag kayo any hub in the Philippines, you only have to present your vaccine cards, 2 shots, proof of 2 shots plus 1 booster. Proof of 1 booster if you're 18 years old and above. Yan ang ipapakita mo sa foreign station kung saan ka mag-take off prior to your flight to Manila. And of course, if you are 12 to 17 years old, proof of 2 vaccination shots, and less than 12 years old, you take the vaccination status of your parent or guardian. So, pareho pa rin, kami po ay bukas na. We are operating all our flights except our commercial flights to China. Ang commercial flights po natin sa China ay walang kinalaman po sa tensyon doon between the mainland and Taiwan. Ito po ay may kinalaman sa zero COVID policy. Because ang gusto ng Chinese government, dapat zero COVID muna bago magpapasok ng essential travelers. So hanggang sa kasulukuyan, kami po ay nag-accept ng request for charter services, charter flights. Meron po tayo to Tianjin, China, once weekly. Sa Japan naman po, it's open, pero slowly but surely, it's gradually opening. So, from our side, in the industry, we have restored 85% of our 300 pre-pandemic flights a day. So napakalaki na nun. That's around 250 plus flights a day. Maliban na lang sa regular flights to China. Yun na lang, Raul. Now, for our domestic flights, yun pa rin, proof of vaccination. And of course, you have to comply with the pertinent requirements of the LGU. Now, hinggil sa intro mo, binigyan ko yung monkeypox. So kami po, we would like to assure our passengers that the Bureau of Quarantine has carried out a very laudable initiative, which is to carry out thermal scanning for arriving passengers. Ibig sabihin, pagdating nyo sa mga hubs like Manila, our arrival hub from abroad, paglabas po ninyo sa air bridge at kumanan kayo sa walkway, nakaabang na po ang BOQ Thermal scanning po yan, and if your temperature is high, you are actually requested to set aside at meron pong handling guidelines. And of course, alam ko, Raul, lagi natin pinag-uusapan ito, no? Sapagkat self-regulation ay napakahalaga sa larangan ng pasahero. Because ngayon, alam natin, pag public ng bansa, basta proof of vaccination. What if you are not feeling well? What if you're not in perfect state of health? So pag malapit na yung flight ninyo at may nararamdaman na kayo na kakaiba, may konting sinat, medyo walang gana, lackadaisical, or nanghihina, huwag nyo na ituloy. Have yourself checked up first. No? So self-regulation is very important. So yun po ang ating latest updates, Raul, hinggil sa ating mga flights.
Okay, there are information coming from our friends sa airport, lalo na sa Bureau of Quarantine. Is it true na the Bureau of Quarantine or is the airline imposing or advising the passenger na to refrain or to at least take off their jacket kapag paparating sa Manila coming from foreign countries? To combat, to help quarantine na monitor yung monkeypox?
Let us look into that. Based on my knowledge and based on historical experience, nakaka-capture naman ng thermal scanning machine, no? Yung body temperature, yung init ng katawan, yung body heat, no? You don't have to remove your jacket. That is captured, no, by the machine. So let me check on that if they have to remove their jackets. Meron ka bang nabalitaan na ganon, Raul?
Oo although I'm still waiting na ma-interview ko on cam yung taga-quarantine. But initially, during one of my, nasa Terminal 1 ako nung the other, 2 weeks ago, yun na naikwento sa akin. Tas narinig ko dun sa taga-quarantine. Sabi niya, "Sir, pakitanggal po yung jacket." So I asked the quarantine, informally, no? Sabi niya, sabi ko, bakit niya pinapatanggal yung jacket? Para po doon sa monkeypox, para makita namin kung...
I see. So siguro visual check.
Rashes, visual check.
Visual check for rashes or yung mismong monkeypox na mismo, no? Yung skin lesion or whatever physical manifestation. Pero alam mo, Raul, from yan kasama yan sa self-regulation, no? So I think it's best to ask, the BOQ. I thought you were asking about the thermal scanning in relation to the removal of clothing. Yeah, I think they have a point. If the removal for clothing has something to do with checking, the arm or the hand or, the skin surface, then that is justified. But in terms of thermal scanning, hindi na kailangan ang removal ng jacket. I think that is the principal reason to check for possible manifestation of monkeypox.
Okay.
Alam mo, Raul, nabanggit mo yung airport, no? Kami po kahapon ay nag-courtesy call sa bagong GM ng airport, no? Si Mr. Cesar Chong. And napakaganda ng usapan. The exchange was very productive. Nagkaroon kami ng exchange of checklists and priority concerns na dapat bigyan ng pansin, and we have agreed to collaborate with each other, airlines and the MIAA. And of course, the MIAA reports to the DOTR as well. And we have also paid a courtesy call to our Department of Transportation Secretary, Jaime Bautista, as well, 2 days ago.
Alam naman natin na lalong-lalo na kaming mga nasa aviation, na si Jimmy Bautista and si Cesar Chong, the GM, is all former PAL.
Yes.
Sa atin lang, wala naman nakikinig, Cielo, no? How will this be masabi nating favorable sa PAL management? Dahil alam ko, marami tayo na pag-uusapan na off the record niya. Marami kayong gustong baguhin sa airport facilities para mas mapaganda ang servisyo ninyo. With the entry of JJB and Cesar Chong sa DOTR and airport management, how will this favor para mapaganda lalo ang serbisyo ng Philippine Airlines?
Okay, siguro ang magandang katanungan, how will this favor all the aviation players, no, in the Philippines? It will favor Philippine Airlines, it will favor Cebu Pacific, AirAsia, all other carriers operating in the country. So I think that's the perspective, no? The fact that they are former PAL officials, will of course be advantageous, no, to the aviation industry because of the wealth of experience and knowledge on the ins and outs of the industry. Pero as far as prioritization is concerned, ang approach po nila ay level playing field. They have met also with our fellow stakeholders, and the checklists are being discussed, no, because kanya-kanyang concerns. So as far as the PAL formula situation is concerned, it cannot be denied that nariyan na yung what do you call this? The dynamics, no? Yung work relationship dati can carry over. And this is something positive. You know, the relationship, the dynamism, and the rapport. I think rapport is a better word. Yung rapport in actually discussing, sitting down, and finding solutions to the concerns of the aviation industry and to uplift the sector. In fact, Mr. Bautista has been very clear that he has asked for the cooperation and support of Philippine Airlines, and management was there to commit that support. And this is the same style also with the other players, and that is the approach to get the consensus of all players. So that is what I can say. In terms of the previous history with Philippine Airlines, of course, it cannot be denied that helps because we know each other personally. But from their part, it's a level playing field approach and style of work, no, from their end. And we're very happy that we have established lines of communication, and we will continue paying courtesy calls to all other agencies na nasa ilalim, of course, ng DOTR, and of course our fellow stakeholders in the industry, whether that is the DOT, the DFA, and marami pang iba. We have paid courtesy call also to the DTI and sa CAAP, headed by Captain Ski Tamayo now.
Oh, si Captain Ski rin pala, hindi ko nabanggit, who also is a former PAL pilot, ano? At
yes, he was our former senior vice president for operations. So, yan. And also Captain Ed Diaz, who was also with PAL Express, was vice president for operations of PAL Express. So, yun po yung ating ginagawa ngayon. We are reaching out, and they are also reaching out to us. So, it's a good start.
Hindi ka naman lilipat, Cielo, sa DOTR.
Dami pa akong trabaho dito sa Philippine Airlines. Hindi pa ako iniimbita. No, we're very busy, Raul. You know, it's a weekend. We are here working. Of course, I'm here for you, so I decided to drop by the office para settle down tayo at makahanap tayo ng lugar na tahimik. So, kumusta ka naman, Raul? How are you?
I'm fine. Laya na ako tomorrow. I'm still isolation by today. According to my daughter, tomorrow raw ang today ang namin, ang laya namin. So,
alam mo, Raul, everyday nga is a blessing, di ba? Who would have thought na nandun yung threat of COVID? But of course, napakahalaga ng self-regulation.
Tama.
Having your vaccine card with you or proof of booster shot is not enough. Dapat mask, disinfect, pagdating sa bahay, dapat maligo ka agad at i-disinfect yung mga gamit. So lahat ng mga surfaces na dinadaanan, dinidisinfect. Speaking of disinfection, yun po, in all PAL offices, ticketing offices, in fact, andito po tayo sa head office, katatapos lang ng disinfection dito sa head office. So we assure our passengers na yung culture of cleanliness and safety remains in place. And of course, sa loob ng aeroplano, nariyan po yung patuloy na disinfection before and after every flight. We continue to use our HEPA filtration system, our high-efficiency particulate air filters, which disinfects the cabin air of bacteria and viruses. So we continue with the mask mandate on board, and we have checkers before the flight to observe any physical manifestation of possible COVID. So yun po, our passengers can be assured that our safety protocols are in place.
Thank you very much, Cielo, for always accommodating our requests. At alam ko, I saw you were walking with your dad this morning. And you are a very good daughter, ha? Talagang asikaso mo ang daddy mo, ha?
Alam mo, Raul, lahat pinaplano, hindi ba? When we meet our loved ones, we have to check our health condition, and they also do the same. So when we actually meet up with our loved ones, it's a special event. Everything now is special. I think the positive thing about what's happening, the pandemic, we appreciate the little joys in life. Kung dati-rati, we can just travel anywhere without any care or without thinking ahead, no? But ngayon, every event, every lakad, yung morning walk with my dad, it's a major event sa akin. So we just had to separate for a while because of this interview, but we shall see each other again later.
Yeah,
so thank you, Raul, and I'm glad that you wala kang you are asymptomatic and you are looking so healthy and guapo.
Same to you. Thank you, Cielo.
Thank you, Raul, at magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat.
Mga kaibigan, ang inyo pong napakinggan ay si Michelle Villaluna, ang tagapagsalita ng Philippine Airlines. At katulad po ng inyong narinig, walang pagbabago sa quarantine protocol na pinapatupad ng ating flag carrier, ang Philippine Airlines. So it's basically the same. Kung ano po yung quarantine protocol ng mga LGU, yung mga pupuntahan nyo sa mga probinsya, madali naman po ma-monitor yan. Kung ano naman po yung mga quarantine protocol ng mga destinasyon sa iba yung dagat o sa international destination, madali nyo rin po ma-monitor yan. The airline o anumang airline ang inyong sasakyan, alam ho yan. Susundin nyo lang po yan. No? Medyo masalimuot lang, marami lang mga requirements, pero maganda ho ang protocol na pinapatupad o mga guidelines na pinapatupad dahil para po mapanatili na ligtas ang biyahe ng bawat isa na sasakay sa mga eroplano. DWIZ! Balik po tayo sa Balitang Paliparan. Raul Esperas nga po ang inyong nakakasama sa programang ito. Merong mensahe si Sir Edlex Valencia. Wala raw pong Airbus 380 ang Philippine Airlines, si Cebu Air, Davao Air, Air Philippines at Lawag and Baguio Air. Hindi ko maintindihan. Ang sinasabi mo ba, Sir Edlex, yung Baguio Airport? Well, anyway, ang Airbus 380 po, para just to give you a background, nagpunta na po yan sa ang Airbus industry, dala yung kanilang eroplano na Airbus 380 dito sa Maynila. And PAL, together with other airlines, ay naimbitahan ng Airbus industry dito sa ating bansa. At inalok, syempre, no? But the problem is, just to let you know, no, bago ho makalapag yung eroplano ng Airbus 380 dito, kinlear muna ng airport authority yung mga gilid-gilid. Yung, kasi ang wingspan, ang lapad ng pakpak ng eroplano is masyadong malapad. Hindi ho siya katulad ng ibang eroplano na pwedeng magsabay yung nagtataxi, yung nagda-landing at yung nagte-take off. Medyo kokonti lang yung distance. So, yung airport natin, no, lalong-lalo na yung NAIA, hindi ho siya masyadong fit sa Airbus 380. And bukod doon sa reason, sang-ayon sa mga airline, medyo hindi ho, kung kukumpara natin sa kotse, medyo malakas sa gasolina o sa aviation gas ang Airbus 380. Kumpara doon sa Airbus 320neo, 330 neo rather, na mas cost efficient at mas long range din ang biyahe. Well, ano pang issue sa airport, no? Ang issue sa airport ngayon 1 billion. Kita nyo 2018 pa ho yung unclaimed terminal fee na yan. From 2018, umabot na po yan sa 1 billion ngayon. At nasita ho yan ng COA, yung previous administration, yung NIA management. Sabi ng COA report to bakit hindi nyo inilagay sa short-term deposit o short-term investment na mas malaki ang kikitain? At sinabi rin ng COA, ng Commission on Audit, doon sa kanilang report, kung inilagay nyo yan sa short-term investment, mas malaki ang kinita. Dahil doon sa inilagay nyo sa regular deposit lang yan, 32 million ang nawala sa ating kaban ng bayan. Excuse me. But anyway, hanggang sa susunod pong Sabado, magpapatuloy po tayong monitor itong issue na ito dahil napakarami nagsusumbong sa atin sa issue nitong 1 billion terminal fee na ito, unclaimed terminal fee. Hanggang sa susunod pong Sabado, ito inyong lingkod. Bumabati ng magandang hapon, Raul Esperas.